Hello and welcome to another episode of Keep Up. I'm your host as always, Dragon Paragon, and with me is the illustrious Lord Zod.
Hello.
Zod, I know this art. This is Paul Blardist.
Yeah. Paul Blardist with his friend, the Blood Artist.
That's right. Yeah. Love this guy. See, this is probably one of the most iconic arts for the Blood Artist card.
Yeah. It's funny, is like, there's a lot that, like, when you get a playmat and stuff, there's so much more detail that you couldn't see in the card.
Oh, for sure.
And then when you see, like, the extended, like, just the extra pots of blood and stuff. Yeah. It's a good, Johann Voss, I believe, was the artist on this one, so.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'm really just enjoying picking out these details. Yeah. Well, anyway, we've got a special order today. Do you want to tell everybody what we're going to be doing today?
So we got some feedback, some graded cards, 2 giant boxes worth. So
Yep.
Do you have an exact number on it? Is it close to 100? 50? I don't know.
It's something.
A bunch.
It's a bunch.
It's a bunch. There's 2 big boxes. You can here's the yay big box. There's 2 of these. Mostly Pokemon cards.
Mostly Pokemon.
Probably some Weiss.
Yeah.
Any One Piece?
I think it's over 100. I think it's like 120.
Okay.
No One Piece.
No
today.
One Piece, no Magic?
No Magic today.
Okay, so pretty much Pokemon.
Pretty much Pokemon. Hey, you know, 'tis the season. Pokemon's been going amazing right now.
Yeah. And this submission, this is the one that looks like they received it January 3rd.
Yeah.
Is what it says. So this was the December submission that we sent
this
off?
is December and also November.
Okay, so, so
December,
double,
yeah.
And we got it back. It's the beginning of March, so...
Yeah.
I guess we're going to go ahead and start with some pre-release staff promos, right?
That's right. So this was actually submitted by... and as you can see, that is the pre-release staff promo for Stellar Crown at a lovely Gem 10. You can expect this card to go for about $60.
Okay.
Just as a note, as we continue onward, I use price charting for pretty much all of my prices if I can get away with it.
Okay.
If they have a small sample size, such as a really low population or something, or just have the data absent, then I'll start digging around, seeing what's out there, and I will judge the price off of that.
Fair enough. Next up we have, is that Fione?
Fione, yes.
I don't know how you want to pronounce it.
Pione.
Yeah.
Patrick Keone here.
Yeah.
Is from what's that? Is that I want to say it's Crimson Haze.
Yeah, Crimson Haze.
It says it on here. It's Crimson Haze. Yeah. So this is the Japanese art rare of the Fione at a Gem 10. You can expect this card to go for about $28.12.
Nice.
That is it for. But like,
and we know
excellent grouping.
And I know you like to look at these underwater Pokemon.
I really do.
Okay.
They're super good.
Okay, that's not bad. 2 for 2 for 10.
It's got Whalmers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, grumble, Groudon.
So this was submitted by Evan G. Evan, thank you very much for being on the show today. This is the Groudon from Paradox Rift. This is a really hot card. It is, 9.5 is a great grade, but like, oh my god, it's so close to a 10. Like what could have been, right? Still, at a 9.5, you can expect this card to be around a $126 market value.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. It's in the triple digits, my man. That's big money. That was Evan's card for the day. He's going to be submitting these next 2. And that is the Ho promo from the Pokemon Center New York at a 9.5. Considering this is one of Wizards of the Coast's last prints, it can be really hard to get these in good grades.
Yeah.
While this is not a particularly rare card, seeing it at a 9.5 will have it fetch $45.49 in market value.
That's not bad for a 23-year-old card.
No, it's not bad at all. At the same time, it's not quite 23. Oh no, it is. It is straight up 23 years old. You gotta be kidding me. The thing that's weird to me is that the ungraded version of that card is up to $40 now. And the 9.5, and you're gonna be seeing this a lot actually. The 9.5 is barely above that, but the 10 is enormous.
Okay,
and that does not make sense to me. But
like, I can see that for newer cards, but for like older cards, like just because of like collection, like decay and stuff.
Yeah, that's especially for one like this.
But it could also be going through like a market correction, like with the because I guess you got to have the raw cards go up in value before the graded cards one because of like a stagger up, because as people get the raw cards in,
that makes sense.
They might send it in, so it might stagger up.
I believe it's under well, having been looking at this for as long as I have.
Okay.
I believe it's just under huge fluctuation right now due to the increased spike in demand for Pokemon.
I'm in danger.
You're seeing the 10s follow, but you're not seeing the other things follow.
Okay.
So I think essentially people who are going in for speculation don't want what is not a 10.
Fair enough.
So it's going to take a minute for that stuff to go up, because in some of these cases you're looking at a $400 card for the 10 and like a 90 for the 9.
fair enough.
It's insane.
Gotcha.
It's not sustainable.
Fair.
Anyway.
Bruh.
I also sent this one in. This is a 7.5 from the Dark Slowbro there. It's kind of a shame to see it at a 7.5. I always like these cards. Rocket's one of my favorite sets. And the Dark Pokemon especially. So I would have hoped it came back at a bit higher, but he didn't do too bad. He actually fetches around $42 on the market, whereas the ungraded is around $24.
Okay.
So 7.5 on that one, not bad at all.
Fair enough.
But that is typically not the case with the newer cards. So
Gotcha.
that's kind of strange. This next bulk is going to be a lot of our Weiss, and these are all sent in by Mark R.
Okay. Are these all gonna be artists?
They're all going to be the fancy stuff.
Okay, cool. I like the fancy stuff.
The fancy stuff is really cool to see. So this one right here is Amari, and this is the, I believe, gold signed version. Yep, that is the gold signature. There's both a gold and a silver signature.
Okay.
And only the color of the ink is the difference, but they're both very rare cards. Amagi, I'm sorry, out of Azure Lane. And it is a shame to see it at a 7. You can still expect that one to go for around $400, however. It is a very pricey card. Very hard to find. Congratulations, Mark R, for getting such a pull. This next one is also Mark R's, and I should believe it is also a signature.
Also signature.
Yep,
Looks like
that's
gold as well.
And that is the Essex, is the name of the character, I believe also Azure Lane. And as you can see, that lovely gold signature is adorning it. Shame to see it also come back at a 7, but you can expect it to go for around $185, $200.
Well, next we have something that apparently an extremely skilled assassin.
Yes, so that is and that is the Spy Rare. Oh my lord, I forgot the name. Spy-X family. Yeah, Spike's family. So the Spy-X family, you're here. This is the Spy Rare. It's got all of these gold embellishments, which are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. It's what they did in the set instead of signatures.
Okay.
I believe the only one who actually got a signature was maybe Anya, or certain versions of the Yor. But there are several different Yors. Not all of them got the signature treatment, but all of them got the gold foil.
Okay.
So seeing this out of 10 is super cool. Like, that is an extremely low population card. You really can't find them. So I have valued it at around $220. I would not be surprised if you see it for more, just because there's so few of them out there.
Fair enough. Then we have Thorn Princess Yor.
Yes, that is another one of the Yors. And this one you can see got the signature.
Okay.
But also has those lovely gold leaf roses on it. At a 7.5, which it's kind of weird. The Weiss coming back at the 7. It's either a 10 or a 7 on these. And you can expect that one to go for around $200 on market at a 7.5. That's another one that there's like none of them out there. This was really exciting for me. I actually don't know much about Frieren. It is on my list of animes to watch. I hear it's incredible. Of course, it's got the gold signature on this for Himmel, I believe is the character's name. The hero Himmel, in air quotes there, might give you a clue as to how serious he is about the whole thing. And I could not find this card for sale anywhere. Not at a 10.
Okay.
So there are almost none of these out there. I would value it at around $450.
Okay.
But, that's kind of the thing about being the only one to have a card, is you can pretty much ask for what you want. Yeah. If you go above that, however, you're probably not looking at a sale. But hey, when you've got a sample size this low, sky's the limit.
That background is so beautiful on these cards.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Man. Stop it per game, other companies.
It's very like Alphonse Mucha,
Yeah, it keeps coming.
It sure does. And that is going to be the Nightfall Fiona Frost, also out of Spy-X family. That one has the voice actor's signature as well at that 10. That's what we want to see. I was hoping all these Weiss cards would come back at a 10. But at least we got 3 of them, And that one is a bit more common than the other ones you'd see. Not much, though. So I would still expect that one. Oh, I apologize. Himmel's around 300. That one's about 450.
Okay.
Both very rare. Just almost none of them out there. And this is a really interesting card to see.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. It says
Go ahead.
going second. Is there a going first card? Is this like how you determine play order?
There is actually.
Okay.
The going second card is when you win a store championship, they hand you one of those, and it's good for a buy round at like Nats or one of the bigger events.
Okay.
There's a going first, that I think you either get at Nats or like at a regional or something, and it's either good for another buy round that like can stack, or a buy round at a bigger event.
Okay.
Like maybe
Gotcha.
Worlds.
Okay, cool.
Forgive me, I don't actually participate in the Bushiroad competitive scene, but I do know a bit about it. We are a Bushiroad store, so I try to study up when I can. And while there's not a whole lot of demand for cards like these, there is some, and you can expect this to fetch about $50 on the market.
Okay.
It's a really neat curio, though.
Yeah, I like that. It's pretty neat.
I mean, you have to win them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like
yeah,
them.
it's
That's
super cool.
I like card games that do incentives for the winning. And I think that concludes the Weiss Schwarz component.
It does. Our next submissions are going to come from. Thank you very much for participating.
Ooh, we got some Venusaur.
Oh yeah, we do. So that's the Venusaur EX SIR out of 151.
Yeah.
I don't think this card needs any introduction. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows this one. And this is one of those things where we start seeing it kind of crazy, right?
Right.
So unvalued, that card's around $65 right now.
Sure.
It's pretty high. It might have even gone up some by the time this airs. But at a 9, it's $83.87. Okay. Which like it values up. It's not a nice little $20 bump there.
Yeah.
But the 10 is well into the triple digits. Like it's not even a contest.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of collectors that wanted the 10s of the 151.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, I understand that if there's more demand and dwindling supply, of course, you're going to get a higher price. But that disparity does not make sense to me.
Fair enough. Then looks like we have Erica's Invitation.
Yes. Erica's Invitation has an 8.5. This is an SIR out of 151. Another really sought-after card. It's not only beautiful, but Erica's one of those OG gym leaders that pretty much everybody respects. And at an 8.5... it's got a market value of $18. The ungraded is just over 15, which means that now, in order to value up with these kinds of cards, you need a 9.
Okay.
It's unprecedented. Yeah, but hey, it is the market's going to do what the market's going to do. The best I can do is report on it accurately.
Bulbasaur.
Yep, that is the Bulbasaur out of 151. You'll be very happy about this one.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yeah, that is a gorgeous card. Coming in at that 10, you can expect that Bulbasaur to fetch $189.36. That is the current market price on price charting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it still coming up?
Indeed, these are still.
Okay. Mudkip. Ooh, that's an old one.
Yes, and that is actually the reverse holo from Emerald during that entire block, which was around Hard Gold, Soul Silver, I think a little bit afterwards also. The reverse holos weren't a reverse holo as we think of them today. They were a normal card that had a holo, or if it already had the holo, or in the other case anyway, it would have the stamp from the set on it.
Okay.
So they're really cool, and they weren't one per pack. They were like one per box.
Okay.
So that one at a 9, you can expect to be $68.79, which is a really handsome price for that cute little Mudkip.
Ooh.
That is going to be the Blastoise EX Full Art from 151, not the SIR, which is the one that people are going nutso over. But still an absolutely wonderful card. And at a 10, $75.
Nice.
Yeah. Those were the cards sent in with us today. I do apologize. We had a couple of other cards that were going through PSA. They didn't quite make it in time for the video. So if you'd like, we can include them on the next one, or we'll much more likely just get them to you. But thank you for participating. These next cards come from Kevin M.
Kevin, you got a Briar?
Indeed. Briar is one of the full art trainers. Coming in at a 9 is pretty good. They're pretty recent. Stellar Crown. Good to know that I still know my trainers. At a 9, okay, and this is $20 card ungraded. At a 9, 19.
Huh.
Yeah. People are sleeping on, they're getting only the 10s, I guess, and people are sleeping on everything else. But hey, it's like I said, the market's doing weird things, and the best I can do is report on it.
Heck yeah.
This one's also by Kevin M. Kevin M's going to get the next 8 or so.
Okay, so we got a Ceruledge.
Indeed. That one's coming in at a 9, and this one's a lot more normal. That's a $17 card normally. At a 9, $37.45. Okay. $37.45. And that's kind of what I would expect, you know?
Okay.
I would expect you to value up a little bit on an 8.
Yeah.
Kind of retain value on a 7.
Okay.
Get more on a 9. Get big bucks on the 10. This next one is when the 10s start coming in.
Okay. Ooh, Drayton.
Yep, that is the Drayton full art out of Surging Sparks. I believe he's a special illustration rare. Yeah, he's got that double gold star there on the bottom. Yep. And he is a Gem 10. At that, you can expect this card to be worth $54.
Nice.
And when there was an exact price, I'm quoting the exact price. When you see me round up to a 5 or something, that's usually because I had to go with a smaller sample size.
Fair enough. Continuing from Surging Sparks.
Yeah. Look at that little guy. He's so cute. That's a Gem 10, and that is such a good card to get a Gem 10 on. So that's a $5 card ungraded. At a 10, it is 108.75. $108.
For $100, jump. Wow.
Yeah. This next one sees a similar sort of jump. That is the Vibrava Illustration Rare at a Gem 10. I always like Vibrava. The entire Trapinch line ending in Flagon, I absolutely adore. But there's not that many of us around. Anyway, that's a $1 card ungraded, and that is $50 at a 10.
Cool. I appreciate the cheap ungraded cards being graded, just as a Hylutropha.
For sure.
Right.
So, I mean, you're going to see one of my Ninetales in here.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, next,
And we're going to see that Kevin M did pretty well for himself. That guy takes good care of his cards. So, yeah, whatever you're doing, Kevin Bud, keep doing it. So there's the Hydrapple EX, and this is at a Gem 10. This is, of course, the alternate art version. I believe it's an SIR. And that is Stellar Crown?
Yep, Stellar Crown.
Stellar Crown. I always like the Hydrapples. That and the Appleton I really like. Yeah, came back at a 10. You can expect that to be $99.18 is the current market average.
Nice.
Yeah. And speaking of the Appleton, here he is too. He's just a cute little guy.
Yeah, dude, I'm just chilling here, minding my picnic.
Yeah, here's your animate Dragon Pie.
Yeah.
Coming in at the 10, that will get a commanding $62.38. And Kevin M's last card should be coming up here.
Okay. I wasn't sure how the Alolan Executor was going to look. I like how it's bent completely over, but I would be totally fine if it was just the stock.
Yeah, for sure,
right?
For sure. He's such a fun Pokemon. I love this guy. Yeah, so this guy at a 9.5 is $69 even, which I can say is a very nice price. Okay. And, of course, it's just insane. There is a jump from the 9.5 to the 10. That is beyond reason. I unfortunately did not write the price down. Look it up on price charting. I'll you don't got to take my word for it. Please take a look. But yeah, $69 on that one. Thank you very much for joining us, Kevin. Next is going to be Patrick N. Patrick N sent us one card, but
that's a doozy.
It's a doozy. So yeah, that is going to be the chase card from Obsidian Flames, the SIR Charizard EX, at a Gem 10, baby.
Yeah.
Such a cool card. Yeah, that's $400.
Yeah.
409.5 if we're being absolutely exact.
Nice.
Incredible. Patrick, way to go. Then we've got our top submitters for this this round, which are going to be Joseph and Kim, both second abbreviation S. They submitted just a ton of cards, and it's just all sorts of really cool stuff. So let's see what it is.
Oh, we got some Milotic.
That's right. That's a Milotic EX at a Mint 9. These cards, the base EXs, haven't quite valued up yet. They're still very common, so it's probably going to be a number of years before they become in demand, but you can go back now and see what happened to the level X's and stuff like that. They definitely rose in price, so don't get rid of them now. In fact, now might be a good time to start getting, because you can expect this to be about $10. Next one should be 8.5. Yep, that's a Black Kyurem EX. Yep. We can see that one. We can expect that one to be about $12 on market. Okay. For reference, by the way, that and the previous one were both 50 cents ungraded.
Okay. Fair enough.
So we've at least got some valuation on that one.
Okay. Oh, we got Candace.
Yep, that's the Candace Full Art at a 9. At a 9, we can expect that one to be about $17.81, which isn't bad at all, considering it's like a $4 card.
Okay. And fairly recent from Silver Tempest. Right?
Indeed.
Oh, another Milotic. I have a trend.
You're going to want to get the one after that, too.
Okay. You get the one after that? Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
so
okay.
We actually had two of these be sent in. This is the Milotic out of the Trainer Gallery, which I believe this was Lost Origins. It might have been Silver Tempest.
Silver Tempest.
It was Silver Tempest. Okay, yeah. The Trainer Galleries were in that block, in like those 3 sets. They're still really, really cool cards. They were super cheap for the longest time. Now we're starting to see them value up. At a 9.5 and a 9 respectively, you can go see these go for $20 and $18.99. Okay. Which I still think is criminally undervalued. I might be picking up some of those.
Oh, Friends and Galar?
Yep, Friends and Galar at a 10. Or maybe Galar. I'm never quite sure how to pronounce those. That is the alternate art out of Silver Tempest. Lovely card. It's got a who's who of trainers on it. At a 10, you can expect it to go for $36.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. It's like a $5 card.
Okay, wait. I thought I was the only one that sent in random radiants.
You aren't actually.
Okay.
Joseph and Kim have joined the club.
Sweet, good job, you guys.
So yeah, we've got some Radiant Serenas coming in. We should have 2 of them.
A
Coming in
9
at
and
9.5 and a 9.
Yeah.
These on the market you'd expect to see for around $10, $9.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer.
And the next one you should grab 2 of them as well.
Yeah.
So
That's a bummer.
These are Charizard EXs. Same card technically, although one of them is out of Paldean Fates and the other one is out of Obsidian Flames. Yeah, it sucks to see him come back low. You know, you're always hoping for that big money, but it's easy to miss tiny things when they grade them. They always go over them with a jeweler's loop and some pretty advanced techniques.
Yeah.
So it can be tricky finding a good card to send in. But you can expect these to go for $13 and $16 respectively.
Okay.
So about an average of 15.
Yeah. Oh, trick or treat. Good job.
Yep, and there'll be 2 of these.
2 of these.
So that's
I like the pairs.
Yeah, that is going to be 2 shots of greatness, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be the Pikachu from the Trick or Trade boosters, I believe 2024, because 2023 had a different Pikachu in it. Mm-hmm. At 9.5 and 9, lovely grades. You can expect these to go for 15 or 13.65 very specifically. For the 9. The 15 is for the 9.5.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Single one.
Yep, this one coming in at 8. Lugia V-Star, lovely card. The longer you hold on to that card, the more it's going to be worth. We've already started seeing some of the Silver Tempest stuff value up, other than just the chase cards.
Okay.
8 isn't the best grade on it, especially when these days when people are just looking for the 10s. I still think it's a fine grade, but you know that's just me, I suppose. You can expect that to go for 20.53. So yeah. This Iron Thorns is the promo version with the extended art. It's not a particularly valuable card, but at a 10, you can see it at $47.74.
So those ETB, it's like ETB card, right? So those, those were loose for a long time.
They sure were. Almost impossible to get those at a 10. This is the Iron Thorns, which is the future Tyranitar out of the set. At a 9, you can expect that to go for $5.50.
Some Shining Fates now. Oh, that's such a cool foot.
I love the Amazing Rares.
There's a lot of...
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Amazing Rares, I might recommend picking them up while they're still cheap. Because they are still cheap, but they won't be forever. Not when they look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Yveltal, at an 8, you're going to expect it. And I cannot justify this. It kind of upsets me to say it on air. Mm-hmm. But at an 8, the price charting value is $2.25 for the market average.
Wow.
Yeah. If I ever see that for like $3 at a show, I buy it immediately.
Yeah.
Not even a question. Yeah. It costs $15 to get it graded.
Yeah.
And that's at the cheapest level. If you want to do PSA or Beckett, forget about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what price charting says.
Okay. Oh, another pair.
There we are.
Yeah,
so that
Radiance.
is the
Good job,
Radiant
guys.
Jirachis. Absolutely love these little guys. They're so much fun. The Radiants, again, look really good. Jirachi's one of those Pokemon that people like, so you end up seeing a little more value on these than on the Serenas and whatnot. Mm-hmm. The 10 is about $24.87. Okay. The 9 is a huge dive at $12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jirachi's mythical, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a legendary, straight up.
Oh, straight up. Okay. Regieleki?
The Regieleki.
Regieleki?
Yep,
okay.
That is the Regieleki VMAX, or the secret rare, because it's got the rainbow foiling.
Yeah.
And they stopped doing those, so they're a lot rarer these days. And I believe that guy at the 10 is $23.74, which to me strikes me as really low.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. So I think now's a really good time to pick up Regieleki VMAX secret rares.
Yeah.
Because the rainbow foils are not going to get cheaper.
And we got Blaziken.
Yeah, that's the Trainer Gallery Blaziken VMAX, or as I like to call it, Big Chicken. Mm-hmm. Big Chicken's a lovely card here, and at a 9.5, you can expect it to go for $60.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely card. Lovely card.
Oh, everyone's favorite Sandcastle, Palossand.
Yeah, so that's a Palossand EX. It's one of the base EXs out of the set, but they all look pretty good. Mm-hmm. At an 8, I mean, it's trending for $2.25 right now.
Again, crime.
It is an absolute crime. I've said enough about it. I'm just going to keep reporting it. You know.
On Mirage.
Yeah, so there's the Armarouge EX.
Okay.
This one is actually an interesting one. This is the Battle Academy deck.
Yeah.
And that's the Battle Academy for this year, which is a newer one.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of those out there, so at a 9, you can actually expect this to go for $15.75.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
All right. We got... Is that a pair? No, different ones.
Yep. So the Dragonite is at the 8.5. It's going to be the $12, and that is not bad for a basically an average rare out of a set. That's Silver Tempest.
Okay.
And the next one is, I believe, the promo.
Yeah, for the Dragon Tin.
Yes.
Okay.
And that one's pretty cool. There's a lot of Dragonites out there, but they do pretty good on their art, so a lot of them tend to actually retain value. This is the one that's $15.75.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. Given what we've seen already, having $15.75 on a 9 is, for like something you can just open up out of a tin, pretty darn good.
Okay. Well, it's the first half of this.
Yeah.
I guess it's the first
It's like the first 2/3.
2/3, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Maybe.
yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You know what Milo said. Joseph and Kim have some more surprises for us, though. This one at 7.5 is going to be the Arcaludon EX in the hyper rare variant. They stopped calling them full arts, despite that being exactly what they are. Or ultra rare, sorry. Yeah, this one's out of Surging Set, Sparks, which is one of the newer sets, and this is one of those ones where you see it. They really just want the really high grades. Anything else is essentially taken to the wayside. This $7.
Another Battle Academy card.
Yeah, and that's going to be the Pikachu promo, which is, I believe, also out of this current year. And that Pikachu has a very low population count. I was actually not able to find another on price charting that didn't have a grade. Following trends, I would expect that to sell for around $30.
Okay.
This next one's also a 9, and that is going to be the Drowsy illustration rare, which I remember that being like an $8 card once upon a time. That's not the case. It is now like $60.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew that.
I did not, but he's just tired. There's all this stuff going on. He
Yeah.
just wants to go to sleep.
No, it's a super cool card. I love it. But at a 9, you can expect it to go for 96.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, Reggie Drago?
Yes, that is the Regidrago, I believe, Trainer Gallery. It's a 9.5, which is, I mean, you want to see that Big 10. This is about as close as you can get. But it's $30.50.
Okay.
Our next submitter on these cards is some weirdo called Lord Zod. Do you know him?
I don't, but we might have opened these on camera.
Huh. Yeah, we definitely
Okay.
did.
Okay.
So get ready for a blast from the past, bud.
Okay. Okay. It's been a while.
Indeed.
Oh, that's my heavy Terapagos.
That is Terragos EX SIR an 8.5. Unfortunately, a $12 card.
Yeah, it's Terapagos.
There you go.
Cinderace.
So your Cinderace EX there, coming back at a lovely 10. You can expect that guy to fetch $50.66.
Okay, I'm not going to be upset about that.
Certainly
not. This premium collection treated me well.
It did. It really did.
Because I like Laprases.
Yeah, and now you've got a big two-digit Lapras
Lapras
right there.
Yep.
Speaking of 2 digits, you can expect its value to be $70.50.
There you go. That's the cost of the.
Indeed. This next one's pretty funny.
Oh, okay. Because I like my lace. I like my ace.
You do love your ace specs. Unfortunately, you might be the only one that does, because the price charting market value on a 7.5 Japanese dangerous laser is $1.
It's cool. I get to go pew pew. It's a laser.
Hey, you know what? If you want to drop $20 on eBay, you could have a whole stack of those.
I might have to.
I doubt there's that many for sale, of course, but like, hey, that's what the numbers are.
Oh, here's the creepy guy.
There's the creepy guy. So I absolutely adore that card. People have definitely started realizing what a good card it is. Collectors are out for it in force.
Okay.
You can expect that guy to go for $53.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, at the 10.
Oh,
I remember opening this card on stream. Video.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore it. I still think it's one of the best cards out of the set. And also the price is going to reveal a very dark secret about this Persian. It turns out it's actually more evil than the Duskull, because its market value out of 10 is 60.66.
Good job, Persian.
Yep, good job, Persian.
Meow.
Look, Giovanni didn't pick a Duskull for a reason.
Yeah.
He went with the bad cat.
More ace specs.
Yep, more ace specs. So this ace spec you're going to be very happy with. This is your happy tree.
Yeah.
At a
This is a played card too, right?
Yeah, that one actually sees play, and
okay.
you're gonna notice that in the price there.
Okay.
That is $43.86.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
Get back up there.
And that's the Japanese version. You can do the Japanese version now.
Yep.
Okay, that is going to be Janine's Secret Art at a pristine 10. And that's another one that we opened on video. At pristine 10, you can see that one go for about $50.
Okay.
It's a very low population count.
Okay.
There's just not many out there. That's how much I would expect. I would not be surprised if you saw it for more to show.
We got Lacey.
Yes. You know the Lacey. The Lacey was a chase card out of the set, and getting a Gem 10 on it is just peachy. The Stellar Miracle Japanese Lacey at a 10 is fetching $137.64 right now.
Okay, good job, Lacey.
Yeah, good job, Lacey.
Okay.
And the 10s are just going to keep coming.
Oh, Magna.
They are just going to keep
Magna
coming.
10?
That's a Magna 10. That's right.
Right.
That's the name of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, holy Gavolt. So, yeah, Magna 10 over there, getting his magnificent 10, is worth $43.86.
And that's the ETB.
That is the ETB promo, and you.
Oh my God!
You have a certain habit about sending these in. You rarely send them in alone.
Yeah.
There's that Pokemon Center follow-up, also getting the 10. That card is $137.64.
Go Pokemon Center ETBs.
Yep.
Go Magna 10 so I can
Go get a
combine them
Magna
to make
10.
a Magnazone, right? That's how it's going to work one of these days?
Yeah, no, just make the slabs kiss and they'll become a Magnazone.
Oh, so the World Championship promos.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So
you managed to get your hands on a passel of those, and one of them treated you very well. And you can expect that card to be about. Oh, hang on a sec. I got a little confused here.
Okay.
I actually messed up on the Magnetons. Oh man, I'm terrible at this.
Okay.
The Magneton promo ETB is $59.
Okay.
The Pokemon Center one is $216.75.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgive me, folks. It's just a line of 10, so I got confused with it.
Okay. So here.
So yeah, there is your Pikachu quadruplets.
Yeah.
One of the leading 10 is $49.75.
Okay.
The 9s are all around $18.20.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
You know, you got the 10. You got that big 1-0.
Okay. Here's my roar dudes.
Yep, your next one should be a 10. Yep, Charizard EX at a 10 from the Black Star promos.
Yeah.
It's a Charizard. It's $107.47.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that is like a $5 art.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did well.
Okay. Oh, and here's his little buddy.
And there's his little buddy. So the Charmander, the Cosmos that came out of the Charmander box.
Yeah.
Charizard figure box.
Yeah.
At a 10, $40.
Okay. And then because we have to have the full.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So the Charmeleon does not have any population counts on there. I've noticed the trend about people sleeping on Charmeleon. They either want the cute version or the adult version. There's no love for teens.
Not the angsty teens.
I know. It's kind of mean. I feel sorry for him. But I did have to speculate because there wasn't a population. I'd put him around 30.
Okay.
Still, huge value up of the Charmander line, but not hitting the high note to be the Charmander or the Charizard. Okay. That is we also opened that one on YouTube on this channel. That is the EV Heroes Korean.
Yeah. That was a hit from the box.
It was. It was. And you can map those boxes. Watch those videos. They're wild.
They're hilarious. Yeah.
So yeah. That is another one where there's just not many of them out there. The Japanese version goes for around 150. I was very conservative. I put that one at about 100.
Okay.
I saw, I think, two other instances. One at like 80 and change, at one at 120 and change.
Okay.
So I kind of just took the average and put it at 100. I think in the future you're probably going to be finding those at 110, 120.
So this next card, before I reveal it, was probably my biggest card I've opened. My wife bought a box randomly just for us to open on air. We've opened Clayburst, and boom!
And there's the big card out of Clayburst.
And it's a pristine 10.
And it's a pristine 10.
Oh my God.
So, as you can imagine, there's not a whole lot of data on these.
Yeah. Believe the card was a couple hundred on when I looked at it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you were not wrong.
Okay.
I believe the market value for the ungraded version is still around $220. It's probably risen, honestly. When I wrote this down in December, it was $220.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of data on P10s. The BGS 10s are going for the cheapest one I could find, and this is sold, by the way, not on eBay. Confirmed sold $3,000. I don't think people are treating the CGC Pristine 10s quite at the same level as the BGS 10s.
Was that a Black Label 10, or was that a...
Oh, it was Black Label 10.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's same thing, right? Same thing, right? It's all sub 10s, and the Pristine 10 is all sub 10s.
Yeah.
So This is the same thing, but because CGC doesn't quite have the same brand recognition as the BGS Black Labels, I put it at $900.
Okay.
Which
I'm okay with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good news doesn't stop there, though.
Yeah, my fishing.
Yep, your fishing rod also came back in a pristine 10. This is at a snow hazard that accompanied that Clayburst.
Yeah.
And this card you can expect to go for about $175. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Still cheaper than a good real life fishing rod.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
So that was all of Lord Zod's cards. These next cards were submitted by Guillermo. Guillermo, thank you so much for being on the show.
Okay.
This is a nice one here. Go ahead and get a good view on it. That is the Alakazam EX SIR out of 151 at a 9. You can expect that card to go for $56.25.
Okay.
Handsome sum.
Nice.
This next one, unfortunately, didn't do as well. This is the ETB promo.
Yeah.
The first in a series I like to refer to as Pidgey Bothering Pokemon.
Okay.
And that is the 6.5 is really kind of a shame because I love that card. But you can still expect it to go for $10, which is kind of funny considering that card was under $1 for the longest time.
And then...
a very handsome man named Dragon Paragon submitted this one. They sent back a note saying he is the smartest person they've ever encountered.
Yeah, SMRT.
Yeah, SMRT.
Yeah.
He is so smart. So this is my Ninetales. Came back at a 10. I just over the moon about it. I love sending in the Ninetales. Reverse Hall is going in the next one, as well as some fun things I found in Japan.
Sweet.
That card goes for about $35.82.
Okay.
Go get him, Ninetales.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cards. My voice is tired. I'm going to go drink fluids.
Good evening.